In a Sunday night thriller, the San Francisco 49ers end up defeating the Bears 42-38. Brock Purdy coming back after he started the game off with a pick six with an unbelievable 300 yards passing and 5 total touchdowns. And with Christian McCaffrey getting back in rhythm with his biggest running game of the season, the 49ers stand one game away from Seattle, away from possibly clinching the first seed in the NFC. So here we go. Scoring situation, it is tied up 7-7. Yes, Purdy started off with a pick six, but they drove right back down the field to the 49ers and end up with a touchdown, and now they have the ball yet again. This is a 1st and 10 with 6 minutes and 13 seconds still in the first quarter. I mean, this game was just going at an incredible pace. Fun fact, Christian McCaffrey, this would end up being his longest run of the season. Let's go to the film. And yeah, the Kyle Shanahan system, there's just so much going on. First, you're going to see the motion over here from Kendrick Bourne. And then what that actually does is it doesn't quite do much. But what he is going to do is as the play starts, you're going to see him actually come back this way. All that does is that's to distract these guys. But I want you to keep your eye on the right tackle and the move that McCaffrey makes to juke him out right there. It's really incredible stuff. Look at the juke. Boom. And then that just extends it all the way out for a deep run. And yeah, we got to show that again because it happened so fast. Like, look at you see the guy coming in and then McCaffrey's ability to juke and then head up and down the field. That's an incredible run right there. It ended up being 41 yards, and McCaffrey, he's just been great all season up to this point. He is 7th in rushing yards in the NFL, and he's 1st on the team in receiving yards with 890. We know that they've been hurt, but this game you get those receivers back, and now McCaffrey is able to just be a running threat. Again, 140 yards rushing today, 6 yards per carry. He was an absolute dog all game, and that run was huge to help them get down the field in a flash. Next scoring situation, same drive, still 7-7, tied ball game, and another 1st and 10 as they are just moving quickly are the 49ers. This now with 4 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first quarter. Fun fact, Brock Purdy, this is only his 2nd game in his career with 2 or more rushing touchdowns. So that's incredible, and you're going to see the first one right here. So one reason San Fran is just able to be so good, and this is a part of the Kyle Shanahan structure, is they're just going to motion consistently just to try to have these guys like not really knowing what's going on. So as you see again, this motion, it's going to cause a little disruption. Now, what's going to happen here is you're going to get the snap, and Purdy is going to now roll out this way. But just keep an eye on this guy because Purdy does something incredible, right? He does this little pump fake right here. And he gets, this is Kevin Byard, and Byard is looking for interceptions. You think Pearshall might be open. Pearshall thinks he's open. But watch the pump fake. Boom. That little fake got Byard to go. And then it's just Purdy into the end zone. And I really want you guys to really see this play again because to me, this is just higher level stuff, right? Watch again. He's going this way the whole time, but he just has to get this guy to go over a little bit with a pump fake. That is just excellent stuff. Not even a fake. He just reset, acted like he was going to do something, and then just took it off. I love that. So decisive on that play to get that running touchdown because if he throws that, that's probably a pick. You know the Bears are number 1 in the league in turnovers, and Byard leads the league in interceptions. All right, so on our next play scoring situation, it is tied up 14-14, and this is a 2nd and 10 with still 2:54 left in the first quarter. This first quarter went insane. Fun fact, Ricky Pearsall is actually 2nd on the team in receiving yards per game with 58. However, he's only 5th in yards on the team because he's only played 9 games throughout the season. And this game, again, was so impressive from the 49ers. What you're going to see is you're going to see a play fake over here. You have to stay with the run now. They've been cooking the Bears running the ball. And this is Ricky Pearsall out here. And he's just going to run a deep in and then an out cut. I mean, the route doesn't get any better. And honestly, like, what is a defender supposed to do? You have a play fake coming, and then a double move on a hard in cut and then an out cut. Like, wow, he is so open on that play. Like, it doesn't get much more open for real in the NFL than what he does here. Boom, and then boom. And then, yeah, just watch how open Pearshall gets. Like, that's crazy. There's nobody there. So an unbelievable play. That ends up being 30 yards for the 49ers as they start moving the ball now down the field. And the Bears just don't have any answers in this game for what Kyle Shanahan is doing to them. What is up, guys? Welcome to the Lumia Sports Podcast. Please check out some of our other videos where we watch the games and deep dive into them. We got some previews as well as some lives and other videos that are going to be released throughout the week, so check them out. Throw us a sub or a like. It just helps the channel grow. Now back to the episode. So here we go. We fast forward you into the fourth quarter. The Bears are now up 38-35. This is a 2nd and 10 with 2:15 to go. The reason that the 49ers are trailing, honestly, is because they punted the ball one time and the Bears were able to kick a field goal. But other than that, they've been scoring literally every possession that didn't end at the half. Fun fact, Juwan Jennings actually leads the 49ers in touchdown catches with 9 so far this year. Pretty incredible when you consider McCaffrey and Kittle around. He also is 7th in the NFL with that 9. So Jennings has been going off this season. All right, so the first time we will look at this play, I just want to show you. This is why it's so hard. It's got to be so annoying to guard Shanahan. Because first off, look, this guy's going to motion up and go here. And then what you're going to get toward the end is this guy's actually going to motion down. And then that creates this safety, and he just gets lost on the Jennings pass. All that confusion created out there leads to an easy touchdown. And when we watch the play again, right, because you're going to get this motion down here. I know that happened fast, guys. The motion down here. This guy now has to make a play, and he just keeps fading back and not guarding Jennings, running this little cross. And then Jennings, obviously, great run after the catch ability to make it happen. They're trying to play like a cover 2 shell, and it just doesn't work. And then you see that right there. This is where Jennings, this is where he just makes a play and ends up in the end zone. Unbelievable play for 49ers. Bad defense from the Bears. This helps the 49ers now take a lead. With about 2 minutes to go, you see Jennings is hype. That is an unbelievable play call from Shanahan, and he just continued to dial him up all game long. So quick sidebar, this offense was, for the Bears, was unbelievable. We can't show you any of them because they lost the game. However, let me get that off the screen. However, Caleb Williams was unbelievable. 330 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. He didn't get sacked. Once in this game, they ran for 110 yards. Swift had 2 rushing touchdowns. Luther Burden, 138 receiving. So the offense was clicking. However, for both these teams, the concern is going to be their defenses after this one, because I think that's going to be the thing holding them back. Now, scoring situation here, the Niners are up 42-38 with a 2nd and goal, but there's only 4 seconds left remaining for the Bears. And fun fact, Caleb Williams has had 6 fourth-quarter comebacks so far this season. Again, tied for the most all-time for anyone under 25. Let's see if he can get number 7 right now. So here we go. Last play of the game. We're going to see some frantic energy from the Bears. They're trying to get this, but actually this guy up top, you're going to see him kind of follow, and that takes away that HB pass right there. But just in general, you see the Bears, they're just trying to get this playoff. You don't want to delay a game. And now it's just Caleb 101, and this is just crazy. This is what he does all game. Goes out here, jukes that guy, makes him miss, and now he's got a shot, and he's trying to throw it to the end zone, and just, a little bit short. Just a little short. Just couldn't quite connect. I'm not even kidding, guys. I think if he completes this one, he might actually be in the MVP discussion, because this was an incredible try, and it would have been another come-from-behind victory, but just a little bit short. The 49ers defense, you see the distraught face from the Bears, and the 49ers defense just happy that they could hang on and win this huge game against the Bears. An unbelievable win there for the Niners. So here we go now, an updated look at the NFC. First off, the Bears, they now fall to 11-5. They still have the 2 seed over the Eagles because they have that tiebreaker. But if they were to lose next week to the Lions, they would be in serious trouble at that point. Secondly, you look the 49ers now, they have 12 wins. And here, we'll just go to this. And they play the Seahawks next week. So the 49ers with a chance to jump all the way to the 1 seed if they can beat Seattle next week. So that's what it takes for these 2 teams. The Bears, they lose to the Lions. They might drop down to the 3 seed. But, of course, the Lions have nothing to play for other than just pure hate. And the 49ers can jump all the way to the 1 seed. If they're able to take out the Seahawks, it's going to be an incredible Week 18 for both of these teams. And I can't wait to see what happens in those games. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please watch some of the other videos on the site. I've created a playlist with each and every football team, and every week we will be going over those games. I'm really loving this, enjoying it, and hoping you guys are as well. Of course, like, subscribe, and if anyone wants to sponsor, we're looking for Lumia Sports Productions is looking for sponsors. Shout us out. We will shout you out during the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Have a great day. Enjoy.